everyone, welcome to week 8 of your Phonograms program. This week we're going to go over 5 new sounds and we are going to review all the ones we've learned so far. So you might have noticed I'm sitting down. I'm going to try something new this week. The cards were getting so thick that chart wasn't working very well. So here's hoping. You know, in real life and in our classroom, when things don't work, you got to figure out how to make them work. So sometimes we got to change the way things go. Got to be flexible. All right, our first sound is the sound that PH makes together. Now this might be a little surprising to you because normally P says P and H says H, but guess what? When you put P and H together, it makes the F sound. Strange, right? So that's why we got to learn these things. So when we come across words in our books when we're reading, we don't get so frustrated. We need to remember that some letters don't always follow the rules and some letters together make new sounds. So I want you to try this. You're going to put your thumb up and stick your pinky out. We're going to make like a phone with our hand, right? So it goes like this. PH says F as in phone. You try it. PH says F as in phone. Good. All right, the next one is double E. So we're gonna make a sign language E with our hand. So the way you do that is you just bend your fingers in like this. That's E in sign language. But there's 2 of them, so we gotta do both hands, right? Here we go. So it looks like this. E double E always says E. Try it. E double E always says E. Good, so when you see double E together in a word, like in the word feet, you don't go right? That would be silly. It makes a new sound. And it's E. Because usually when 2 vowels are together, it says the first one's name. It just happens. In that case, it's both the same letter. All right. OW has 2 sounds. We're going to grab our hand and we're going to say, ow. That's the first one it says. And the other sound it makes is O. We're going to make an O with our hand. So it looks like this. OW says, ow, O. You try it. OW says, ow, O. Good. All right, next one is AW. For this one, we're gonna take our hands together and we're gonna put it on the side of our face and we're gonna say, aw, because AW says, aw. You try it. AW says, aw. All right, EW has 2 sounds. That's why there's 2 dots. It makes the sound ew, like something stinky. EW says ew, and then it also makes the sound you. So I'm going to point at you. You, are you stinky today? Did you have a bath? EW says ooh and you. You try it. EW says ooh and you. Are you pointing at me? I am not stinky today. All right, those are all our new ones. So I'm going to add them to the back of the ones that we already know. And I'm going to try to put them up one at a time because this is even smaller than the other one I was using. All right, you ready? M says Your turn. M says My turn. L says ooh. Your turn. L says ooh. My turn. N says Your turn. N says My turn. P says P. Your turn. P says P. My turn. A says ah. A. Ah. Your turn. A says ah. A. Nice. Ready? B says B. A left hand B. Your turn. B says B. A left hand B. My turn. D says D. A right hand D. Your turn. D says D. A right hand D. G says G and J. Your turn. G says G and J. J says J. Your turn. J says J. E says E. Your turn. E says E. Z says Z. Your turn. Z says Z. K says K. Your turn. K says K. S says S and Z. Your turn. S says S and Z. C says K and S. Your turn. C says K and S. I says I. Your turn. I says I. Corner is bent. T says T. Your turn. T says T. H says H. Your turn. H says H. QU says Qu. Your turn. QU says Qu. W says W. Your turn. W says W. O says Ah. O, oo. Your turn. O says Ah. O, oo. R says Your turn. R says F says F. Your turn. F says F. X says X. Your turn. X says X. V says V. Your turn. V says V. U says U, Your turn. U says U, Y says ya, I. Your turn. Y says ya, I. SH says shh. Your turn. SH says shh. TH says f and th. Your turn. TH says f and th. CH says ch, k, sh. You try. CH says ch, k, sh. Double O says ooh and Your turn. Double O says ooh and WH says wah. Your turn. WH says wah. ING says ing. Your turn. ING says ing. AR says R, a pirate phonogram. Your turn. AR says R, a pirate phonogram. ER says the of her. Your turn. ER says the of her. Almost didn't give you a turn. PH says f, as in phone. Your turn. PH says f, as in phone. EE always says E. Your turn. EE always says E. OW says ow, oh. Your turn. W says ow, oh. AW says aw. Your turn. AW says aw. And finally, EW says ew and you. Your turn. EW says ew and you. All right, guys, fantastic job. I can't believe how many sounds that you're learning. I see them every morning in our morning meeting. I see you doing the gestures that go along with the sounds, and I really hope that these sounds are helping you with your reading and writing. All right, see you next week for maybe 5. I don't know if I have enough to do 5 more, but I'll see you next week for some more sounds. Bye.